Recapping last night, the Packers are still alive, and it's one of those where you go, what's the line on this one? Okay, Packers will cover them. What's the over-under on this? Oh, the Packers have first and goal at the Rams' 1-yard line with 1:39 to go. They took a knee. Final score, 24-12, the total of 36. Had they scored, it would have been 42. The over-under was around 40.5.
Oh, that's actual sound of gamblers.
Entertainment purposes only. But I always think about the guy who goes, I'm going to lose this bet. They're going to go, I got no shot here. They're going to score a touchdown. Matt LaFleur did say after the game that out of respect for the opponent, they decided not to go for the touchdown. Not sure what that means. Yes, Tom.
Imagine the jubilation of that. Someone on the under. They're taking a knee. They're taking a knee.
Do you think that's actual sound of somebody?
That's actually, I was just playing that off a recorder.
The falsetto. They're taking a knee. They're taking a knee.
Gonna be the under. You got it.
Green Bay has its work cut out for them. The Packers are a game behind the Seahawks and Lions in the hunt for the final playoff spot. Then you look at Green Bay's schedule. They got Miami in Miami coming up this next week. And then they host the Vikings and the much-improved Lions, who will be in the playoff chase. So it's not easy, but Aaron Rodgers said things are starting to go our way.
Before the Bears week, we knew we had a bye afterwards, and those of us who sometimes peek ahead knew that we had to win 5 and then have a lot of things go our way. So we won 2, and just about everything we've needed to happen has gone our way. Just about, right? So things are looking up.
Yeah, I kept wondering what was the problem to start the year. Now, the defense wasn't as formidable as I thought. You still had 2 good running backs. You had young receivers that needed a little bit of seasoning. That would have helped if Aaron Rodgers was there with them in the offseason or maybe the preseason. Now you're starting to see them do a little bit more here, a little bit more comfort level. Now, granted, you're facing the Rams, and that's a depleted offensive line. Baker Mayfield got roughed up. I think he got hit 9 times last night. You don't have any skilled position players for the most part, and I'm not surprised Green Bay won it. You know, I'm still looking to see if Baker Mayfield is the quarterback of the future for the Rams. Based off last night, it's hard to tell. You don't have Cooper Kupp. The offensive line, they said they've had 14 different versions of their offensive line so far. That's basically won a game, and you can't build on any type of success there. But with Aaron Rodgers, you know, he threw an interception early, and other than that, you know, it was okay. They kind of went through the motions, and they did what they needed to do, and here's Green Bay still with a chance. But if you start to look at the NFC playoff picture, so you got the Buccaneers are 6-8, winning their division, or at least right now. The Giants are in there at the number 6 spot. The Commanders are in the 7th spot. On the bubble, you got the Seahawks, the Lions, and you got the Packers there. So the remaining schedule is the Lions have the Panthers at the Panthers. The Bears, they host them, then they're at Green Bay. Seahawks at the Chiefs, host the Jets, host the Rams. Packers at Miami, then they host the Vikings and the Lions. And then you have the Commanders. They're at the Niners. Then they host the Browns, and then they host the Cowboys. Don't know what will be at stake with the Cowboys in that final game of the regular season. Also wondering about the Cowboys and the Eagles going into this game coming up this weekend, starting to look like it's going to be Gardner Minshew instead of Jalen Hurts. And I wondered, you know, the odds for the MVP right now, because this might take Jalen Hurts out of the number 1 spot there for MVP, or at least number 2, because DraftKings, as of today, has Patrick Mahomes as the favorite. Then it's Josh Allen. Then it's Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, and Justin Jefferson. Those are the odds right now. And if Jalen Hurts doesn't play, which it doesn't look like he's going to, what if the Eagles win the game without Jalen Hurts? Then he's got no chance of winning the MVP. Feels like it's going to be Patrick Mahomes, but Jalen Hurts probably not going to play, at least in this game and maybe in the next game. Yeah, Paul.
Do you think Hurts' MVP chances should be dinged if he misses? Let's say he misses the next 2 games. They're 13-1. He put them in a position where these games don't matter. That should be what his work should be based on what he's done already. It's the hay's in the barn, as they say. I think that's unfair, and I'm fine with Mahomes, but 13-1. This game does not matter this weekend. It does for the Cowboys.
Well, they have to win one more. You want to make sure you win the division, and then you have home field advantage throughout. And that should be enough for Jalen Hurts to be the MVP. But Patrick Mahomes is a big favorite right now over Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts. I mean, Jalen Hurts is just above Joe Burrow right now. And if he's not playing in these next 2 games, if they would happen to win those games, that would probably be a knock on him with his MVP candidacy. All right, stat of the day brought to you as always by Panini America, the official trading cards of the Dan Patrick Show. Poll question today. Seton or, is it going to be Fritzy today?
I could run with it. We've got a few of them. Paulie asks, which NFC team currently on the outside of the playoffs would do the most damage if they got in?
Doing damage is important, Dan.
That is true.
Yeah. Okay.
Seahawks, Lions, Packers. Outside the playoffs currently, but if they got in, they may make a nice little run for themselves.
I guess you would say the Packers only because you have Aaron Rodgers, the Lions with Jared Goff, and the Seahawks with Geno. It feels like the Lions are the best team out of those 3, but if you're saying who would do the most damage, I would still go back to the Packers because with Rodgers, there's always a chance that he can win a game. I don't know if you feel that confident when you get into the playoffs with the other 2 quarterbacks.